Make sure that we get everything all set up here properly. All right, looks like we're rolling, baby. All right. What's going on, everybody? Those of y'all new to my channel, but if you're filing in here now as we just get this started, or if you're watching the replay later, my name's Austin, and of course this is Fantastic Freaks. So we already got 4 thumbs up, 6 people watching. Appreciate that very much here. We're streaming from the phone here once again, and I might do this more often because as you can see, I can put it in places to where now you don't even see the ends of my tanks. It's just nothing but 240 gallons of life behind me now. It's nice, or at least I like it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, though. I think it looks pretty good, though. Gonna check through the chat here. The Garden of Eaters coming in here saying hello. I see that here. The Garden. Oh, let's see here. Apparently, I'm getting an echo. Hold up. Why am I getting an echo here? That's never happened before. Oh, there we go. That's why. There we go. That's fixed. Never mind. All right, we are good again. All right, here. See, we also got. Hey, Randy Mullins. I don't think I've seen you here before. Our man, good to see you as always. Well, as always, for the first time here. Paul McCarthy also coming in here, joining us on this Monday Musing stream. Good to see you, Paul, here. I'm going to scroll through the chat here, make sure I don't forget anybody. Scotty the Fish Freak with the eyeballs looking and lurking. Or at least I presume that's what that means, right? Good to see you here. Only Oscar's also here. Hillbilly Aquatic saying hello, everyone. Hello to you, Hillbilly. Good to see you. Killer Kitty 08 with the little cute little fox, giving a thumbs up also at the very beginning. Thank you so much, Killer Kitty, for that super sticker. Never expected, but always greatly, greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. Before that, Killer Kitty says, gotta go back to work, but stay fantastic, everyone. You as well, Killer Kitty. Hope you have an awesome day at work here, and hope it goes well there. Thank you once again for that $2 super sticker of the little fox giving the thumbs up there. Greatly appreciated. We also got Scotty the Fish Freak here with Christine Hansen all saying hello. Hello, everybody. Good to see you. And then the Aquatic Mayhem, a.k.a. Metalheads Aquatic Mayhem. Also here, good to see you here, Josh and Jessica. 2 awesome streamers. That'll be going after us here today. I will also make sure I grab their link as well here, so we make sure that once we're done there, we can go over and see what the old metalheads are up to, huh? But I'll get to our title here in just a minute. What do you guys think, by the way, of this new little camera view, by the way? I like this, I like that it's not showing the ends of the tank anymore here. It's not quite the full tank here, but, you know, it's, I like this. This looks good. Or at least I think it looks good. You tell me what you guys think, though. Does it look good? Let's see here. Going through the chat. Going through the chat. Yes. All right. So I'm trying a new little setup here today too. So I apologize if I'm a little bit slower. I'm trying a little bit something new. I'm streaming to camera from my phone here today, while also looking through the chat on my laptop, which is right next over to me, because for some reason I had the camera working again, and now it's not working again. So yeah, unfortunately, it's sticking with this here, but honestly, I kind of like the phone because I got now a little stand for it, and I can just pick it up like so. But I can get a little more graceful than that, but yeah, I'm kind of getting used to the one here. I think it's nice, and if I ever want to walk around the fish room or something, we can. Going through our chat here. Let's see, we got, let's see, someone was asking me about the driftwood. Oh yes, Zen Ginger. Is that driftwood over your right shoulder actually driftwood? Or like a resin design? So, this right here, yeah, this wood right here is not actually driftwood. It is just resin or fake, whatever you want to call it. As is that little log down here by my shoulder. There we go. That right there. The real wood pieces are all over here. That right there is real. That obviously is not. Bark is not real. That big piece of driftwood over there, kind of where the bubbles are coming up, is also real wood. But I might get more real wood in here later because it seems like the fish really like hanging out around by it, though. Chwa, what up? Y'all, happy Monday. Good to see you. Skipper's Aquarium's also coming in here saying hello. Hello to you, Skipper. Seeing everybody in here. Randy, sorry, in and out. Talk to you later. Looks good. Appreciate that, Randy. Hey, thank you for stopping by here. Hope you have an hey there as well. Whether if you are coming in here for a little bit or for the whole stream, lurking, listening, or going all in and just sitting back and relaxing and watching me talk about whatever. It's greatly appreciated. Going through the chat here. I'm gonna scoot that over just a little bit because you can definitely tell when I'm not looking at the actual screen. But yes, as my title here says, Evolving Fishroom. Mostly specifically my Fishroom. It's we've gotten a lot of changes here lately, and a video is gonna come out on that shortly here. But honestly, I'm still in the middle of some changes here yet. Little update here. I'm gonna switch the camera here over here real quick. Not much see. Oh, speaking of big pieces of driftwood, yes, that in the sink is real. More on that big piece though later. But yes, we got I think I'm pretty sure I've seen you guys before, but those of you that didn't, we have a 3-level stand here. That down there is a 20-gallon long where we still got the green spotted puffers. That right there, the middle 40 breeder, is where our tiger knife is chilling. And you can kind of see him up there. See if I can zoom this baby in gently. There we go. Up in that 40 breeder, we got Mac, our little Maboo puffer, who is starting to push more and more closer to 5 inches, I will add. All right, see if I can zoom this out gracefully. Getting better. We're getting better. All right. And switch screens. See, that's another thing I like about this phone stuff. We can just switch the screen more easily. All right. Zach and Crazy Aquarium Guy saying hello, fish lovers. Hello to you, Zach. Good to see you here. Another frequent visitor here on the channel. Always great to see not just another frequent visitor, but another puffer lover while we're at it here. But, going through the chat here. Those of you that saw the Stephen P's stream, which I'm presuming a lot of you came from that one before you came and saw me, noticed that, yeah, they're setting up a 60-gallon breeder over there, which I will be doing myself here. And Skipper's Aquarium's BRB, aka Be Right Back, no problem. But at last, we're finally starting to make some room here. So, while I'm up and moving here, we'll go ahead and switch the camera one more time. I'll show you what we've done here in the fish room. We have done, some tanks are now out the door. Some fish have been sold or rehoned. Obviously, we saw these tanks here. We'll get a little closer look at Mac here. There he is, the little beauty. A little bit of algae on the bottom there, meaning it's about time to touch up his substrate. But come on, Mac, you just got some krill maybe an hour ago. You surely can't be too hungry, buddy. Got some valves in here that are doing pretty well. Java fern here. That tall one there is a crypt of some sort. I can't remember exactly what kind of crypt it is. A couple of its leaves got chomped on earlier when Mac was first introduced here, but it's slowly making a comeback. It was down to like 3 leaves or so, and it's got a couple more here. It looks like it's trying to grow another one out there again. And of course the tiger knife, as unsocial as ever, just chilling out in that little log of his. I'm thinking eventually, guys, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna get like a whole bunch of like caves or hollow logs and such in here, just so he can swim around, and he'll still have some open space here yet, but I just, for as long as I've had him, he's just never gotten used to, coming out of the log. He just doesn't want to, he's not a fan of the light, which is okay, because most knife fish are indeed nocturnal, so it makes sense when you think about it. But right below them, of course, the green spotted's getting a little bit bigger. About time to move this these fearsome 5 out of this 20-gallon long. They're a cool little bunch, though. Need to get them in some brackish water, but you'll notice if we look over here, we got a tank gone here already, and a little bit of space here opening up here. Well, I know we got a little bit of a clutter right here, but that'll be cleared up here shortly. But we got the 25-gallon tank out of here. I always thought I was gonna do something with it, and then I just never got a plan that fully worked out for it. Now, some of you might be wondering, well, then where's Juliet? Juliet is temporarily, at least, over here in the 36 bow, so she got a little bit of an upgrade. Moved all her plants and such over there too. That was the sponge filter that was in the 25 as well, so they're all over here. The Tiger Barbs, somebody else has them now, so yeah, I decided to part ways with the Tiger Barbs here. They were a really cool fish, and I really liked the Tiger Barbs, but just decided that, I wanted to move on and do something else. Still got the little 10-gallon down there. I'm eventually what's probably gonna happen is I'm gonna get rid of that 10-gallon, and then our other show beta, who's hiding in there somewhere, lounging on that plant right there. He does love that plant. That's like his favorite lounge plant. He likes to just go over there and just chill right up against the glass. A little bit of a better view from him right there. Say, as still as he is, I promise, yes, he is alive. I promise, he is alive. That's kind of his favorite spot, to just sit and chill. Of course, here's Roger, our Power-By puffer. He's, before too long, when Mac gets moved into his 210, which will go over there where all that clutter is now, and eventually all that clutter will either be tossed, thrown away, or moved at least elsewhere. Mac, who of course will be moved out of that 40, and then Roger, right there, will call Mac's current 40-gallon tank home, and I think that'll be, at least for Roger, this 40 breeder will be about as big as he needs. Power-By puffers, they usually only get about around 6 inches, obviously way smaller than what a Mac, or not a Mac, I said that so many times. Yes, the Mac puffer. But rather the Maboo puffer obviously gets way bigger than a Power-By puffer, because Power-By only getting 6 inches, Maboo puffer growing around or just shy of 3 feet is quite a size difference, of course. And of course, Finley way over there. Now, while we're up and moving, oh, look at her. She's already starting to rise up. She knows it's the camera. Chris George saying howdy, everyone. Hello to you, Chris. Good to see you. Here's the old beautiful queen of the fish room herself. How you doing, Finley? Man, oh man, she is so pretty, ain't she, guys? She loves making these little craters, though, and bring it down all the way to the glass. I don't know if maybe she likes seeing her reflection or what. You can see that spot on her forehead now is slowly healing up still. Man, look at her. She is so pretty. So pretty. At some point, I still want to get her a 180-gallon tank. I mean, this 150 will work, but I mean, even from a distance, look at that. If she goes completely to the side here, I mean, it's crazy that, a fish can make a 150-gallon tank look small. I think that's just crazy, but alas, she can if you're looking at her at the right angle or so. She still loves that thing, though. She doesn't like me taking that little thing out, though, for some reason. And at some point, I'm on a bad angle for that one. There we go. The 46 bow front, at some point, so I still got the mated pair of angels in there. They haven't laid eggs for a while, though. They sure love to chomp down on some of the plants here, though. And I'm not Sure, I know angelfish, or really any plant, can chomp down on them, but not fully sure why they just like to just really mow down that one Amazon soar, but they're leaving all that Val over there alone. But even the Anubias there, that, or at least that's what's left, what the Anubias was, these guys just absolutely shredded it. Speaking of other tanks, though, and possibly moving, I know I once talked about maybe moving these 75s here and putting them up against the wall over there somewhere. I'm not fully sure if I'm going to do that anymore, just because I'm not sure if I'm going to have as much space as I initially thought. I still might end up doing it, and maybe the 29 there, which the only reason that light is not on is because apparently the light burnt out, and I did not have enough time to go get a new light before the stream here. But hopefully, next week we'll have that thing lit up there. We just got a little baby zebra eel, freshwater zebra eel to be precise, in there. And yeah, I'm debating if maybe I might just end up, I might get rid of the 29 there. I haven't decided. I still am kind of leaning towards I really don't want to, but the 36 bow eventually will still go out, as will that 20 in that 7-gallon tank, as well as that 10 over there. So those 4 tanks. Math is hard. Math was never my strong subject. But alas, those 4 tanks at some point will still go out the door, and then our 90-gallon bow front here will go over here. I haven't decided if it's going to be like more around here or more over there, but one around this area here, the 90-gallon bow here will be set up. I might end up ditching the 38 here yet, and then just build a, go back to the other side here. This 60-gallon breeder, by the way, will join this 90-gallon bow on this side of the wall here eventually. But eventually, and there's the sump tank for our 90-gallon bow, which will all be the new home for the green-spotted puffers here shortly. But I'm thinking eventually, otherwise, while we're on the topic of puffers, the Amazon puffers here, inside their 38-gallon tank here, thinking I might upgrade them out of this thing, and then just build a 2-level stand for the 55s, and either above or below the Exodon Tetras, not in the same tank, of course. We'll just have a 2-level 55-gallon tank stand, and then this 38 will either be moved somewhere else in the fish room or just out of the fish room entirely. I otherwise was thinking, and you guys tell me what you think of this, but if I did ditch this 38, because that trough is eventually going to go out the door too there. Or bright light over there. Sorry about the glares here, guys. My lighting down here is not the greatest, but if we move that 38 and then move the water trough, we might end up moving that 150 kind of towards over here, and then it would kind of cover up the back side of the furnace. There'd still be plenty of space should we need to operate on the furnace or fix things if we need to. But then, yeah, we could just put the double 55 stands here, and then the 150 could stand right next to it right about here. Only difference than the space that it's taking up now is that it'd be about another foot over, so right about there. So actually it wouldn't even totally cover up the entire furnace here, which we don't want that, because of course we don't want the filter there. And I know that looks like it's very close to the pond. I promise there's about a 1.5 feet away from there, and no, nothing does get in that pond there. And then if we did that and moved the 150, our little cross river puffer here, try to get it to focus. There we go. Nope. There we go. It's hard to focus when he's such an active little guy too. But anyway, our cross river puffer here, Cypher, then, if we upgrade Finley to a 180 later, Cypher can move out of this 75, and then he can just take that 150, and then, yeah, the cross river can be one of the first things you walk in and see right away if we put it right around there. And then somewhere, I'm still going to try to move these 275s at some point, because if I move those 275s over there, Then not only can we have our big 185-gallon bow front here, which we're going to turn into a saltwater tank here soon, I can scooch that thing over here because that's about another 4 feet over there, give or take. That we can just scoot that over there, and then once we move the 150 over here, we can maybe put like a 180 or a 210 or another 210 outside of the one that Mac's going to go in for a while, and give that to Finley as an upgrade. So yeah, that's the tentative plan for right now. That's a spare 20 that I had running a long time ago. I don't think I've actually ever had that specific one running since I had the channel here, which has been slightly over 2 years already, but it's kind of just turned into a clutter bin. The ship where the Tiger Barbs used to be, it's hanging out there. Got a couple of lights here that I got to get some replacement bulbs, as well as maybe fix a little wiring on. It's kind of my little, we'll call it the project tank because it's full of projects that I need to work on. Yeah, there we go. Here we go, side view. This is the best part of tanks right here, is getting a little side view. Look at that. That's how you know if you have that's my test of getting a good tank. If you like it, not just from the front view, but the side view as well. Beautiful. I love all that color. Alrighty. I know we've been up and moving for a while, so I've probably missed a little bit here on the chat. We'll catch up on that here shortly. Ooh. Since I still got my pond there, it's a little crammed to sit back down here, though, at first. But it will get easier. Woo! Just about dropped the camera. That'd have been bad. Readjust. There we go. All right, I know we got a couple of questions here. Paul's saying Finley looks amazing. Thank you very much, Paul. I agree. She looks very amazing. She's the queen of the fish room for a reason. Zach with the crazy aquarium guy. What tank size is going to be your Maboos forever home? To be honest with you, Zach, I hate to put it this way, but to be honest, I don't know yet. We do have a place that I've been kind of chatting with and talking about, like, hey, it's maybe a year and a half or two down the road here before we absolutely have to do it. But yeah, I guess in terms of gallons, I don't know. I can tell you the dimensions that I'm kind of thinking towards. I would love to give Mac at least 8 feet side to side, length. Height, I'm not overly worried about. Honestly, 28, 30 inches, something around that. I definitely would want it to be just a little bit over 2 feet, so if he wants to perk his head up or something that, he can if he wants. Maybe we'll go a full 3 feet tall or whatever, but obviously once you start doing tanks above the 30, 31 inches tall, then you're going to add a lot more water pressure on the bottom because, of course, tanks build in water pressure based on height, not just length or width and such. She like Cloud saying good evening. Good evening to you as well. Good to see you here. Don't know if I've saw you before, but awesome to see you here. The Nano Aquarium guy also saying hi all, listening while driving. Glad you're not texting while driving, of course, but of course not, right? Of course not. But appreciate y'all coming in here and spending a little bit of this Monday evening, afternoon, or maybe even Tuesday morning if it's late enough, if you're over in Europe or whatever. Whatever time it is, glad that you're here. Let's see here. I know Zach had another question here, or comment, rather. Yes, cross rivers shouldn't be able to grow over 1 feet, but who knows? I doubt it since it looks so much like a Fahaka. Yes. Cross rivers can look a lot like a Fahaka. It's kind of weird. Cross rivers are kind of a weird fish, or a weird puffer in general, really. Because they can look so identical to Fahakas, but the only difference being just darker coloration. But at the same time, they can also have this beautiful spotted pattern, and I was really hoping to get one that had that spotted pattern. It's got some faint red spots in there that I'm hoping will be a little more, visible once it gets older. But Well, we'll see. It's still a little guy. I mean, our crossover pupper is maybe about 4 inches, give or take, right now. So, still plenty of growing to do. I heard specifically, but there's so little known about a crossover still currently. I've heard that crossovers can get just over a foot. Like, they usually max out around give or take about a foot. They can get supposedly in the wild around 14 inches. I guess really in the grand scheme of things, I wouldn't have to really move the crossover out of there, but we'll see. And yeah, as Zach said, or Crazy Crim Guy, as you say there too, yeah, absolutely. The crossover's patterns can change. I mean, with age, I mean, that tiger knife when I got it initially was more black, if anything. You could tell there were some faint stripes on it, but the longer I've had it now, its stripes are becoming more and more visible, and it's why eventually I'm gonna get him out of that tank, and I'm thinking moving him into that 125 once we get it set up, and we'll just get some fish in there that'll be friendly with our tiger knife there. Let's see here. Zen Ginger, about how many species do I have in the 1 or the 240 behind me? If you want to get super technical, let me see here. Well, let's see. They hide in here a lot, but we got a striped Raphael cat, glass cats. We got clown loaches in here. We got albino bushy-nose plecos. We got a brown bushy-nose pleco, black ghost knife. Or I guess if we really wanted to be just down, if we're gonna simplify this, rainbows, gouramis, catfish, loaches, ghost knife. We got an angelfish in there. I don't think I've said gouramis, so and silver dollars. So if we really oversimplified it, then I guess you could say 8. If we went into like all the very specifics of like the rainbows, the gouramis and such, then that amount might double. If not, maybe get closer to triple. But I guess to name off some of the brands in here, I won't list them all, but I know rainbow-wise, I mean, we got Millenniums, Bozemontes, we got Port Moresby's in here, we got Goiter River rainbows, we got Millennium rainbows, Madagascar rainbows, Australian rainbows. I think that's about turquoise rainbows, Kamaka rainbows, a zigzag rainbow, something like that. And then yeah, gouramis, blue gouramis, opalines, pearls, a couple honey gouramis, glass cats. We got striped Raphael cat in there somewhere, but I rarely ever see him because he just hides either in all these little tunnels or in our little rocks over here, or sometimes just even under the sponge filters and such. A few clown loaches, and you have brown bushy-nose pleco, 3 albino bushy-nose plecos, the 1 black ghost knife, koi angelfish. But oh yeah, I guess technically 9 if we got it, because I almost forgot about the roseline sharks, which are technically a barb. Of course, there's a Colombian silver dollars as well. But yeah, there's a there's a lot in here. I'm sure I'm still missing some there. Let's see here. Yeah, Ash, I mean, there's some rainbow species out there that it's crazy. There's like actually Zach just right there with one. Do I have any Gary Lang rainbows? Problem is some of these rainbows have multiple names, so sometimes the answer might be yes, but I just don't know that name. But I don't think so, Zach. But however, I almost feel like I got everything but. Well, I guess I don't have any albino style. I think that it's like an albino. It's either an albino millennium or it's an albino something rainbow that looks really, really cool, and I really want to add to this tank at some point. I'd only get like maybe 3 or 4 of them because that's about what I got for most of these. Some of these I just, when I had them all in the 75 initially, I kept things kind of smaller and then just got like 1 rainbow of each, which maybe I might do. If I don't get at least 3 or 4 rainbows, I only get 2 because I mean there's enough rainbows in here. They've all been schooling together, so it's been working. Mountaintop Puffer, hey all, how goes Monday? My Monday's going what? Well, Mountaintop Puffer, good to see you here. Hopefully your Monday is also going really well here. 26 people watching, 17 thumbs up. Appreciate y'all, everybody. Really, really appreciate that. Let's see here. Oh, you were talking about like a person that was keeping rainbows, Zach. Famous for collecting them and breeding out super colorful ones. No. All of these rainbows have been bought here either at fish swaps or fish stores here around Omaha, Council Bluffs area. Well, actually, no, that's not true. There was a rainbow, I want to say, oh, what one was it? One of these rainbows I actually got in Kansas City one time while down there, among some other fish that I had down there. So, but most of them, yeah, are from either local fish stores or fish swaps. Been a hot minute since I've been to a fish swap too. Got to change that here soon. But everybody's out and about right now. It's not really fish swap season. But going through the chat here, making sure I don't forget anybody. Anybody's got a question or anything, let me know. By all means, that's why we're also here, to share questions, share thoughts, concerns, or anything that we got going on here within our own tanks or whatever. Making sure I don't forget anybody. Looks like we're all caught up here. And yes, those Monties are probably one of my favorite ones there too. The blue, the orange, they are so pretty. I love the Bozemonties. Just and they can. It's kind of crazy how big they can get too. I need to show this. So I showed a couple of show tanks that were at or a show tank rather, that was at one of our local fish stores here in Omaha, and that was the one with like all the plants and like the rocks and the wood and such. They have some amazing show tanks there. I took a couple of other videos here, so I'll definitely be able to. I'll definitely have to post some more of their show tanks. They got freshwater show tanks and saltwater show tanks. It's a really cool place, honestly. But real quick here before I keep going, Frankie 805X, good to see you here. Her saying, "Sup everyone? Sup with you, Frankie? Good to see you on this lovely Monday that we have here." We also, Zen Ginger, I have still never been to a fish event in all years, not even a swap. I finally got to a point in the hobby where I wanted to, and then the world shut down for a couple of years. Ain't that about how it goes? Honestly, Zen, I'm definitely right there with you. I mean, honestly, I was about to go to my first ever Aquashella. My wife and I were getting ready to go to Aquashella in Dallas back in 2020, which obviously, as you said, the whole world kind of just shut down, unfortunately, and all the Aquashellas got canceled and such. So unfortunately, we never made it down there, and it was before we actually purchased tickets, so we didn't get to redeem them in 2021. We are, however, still thinking that we're going to try to go hit Aquashella Chicago later on this year. And then, of course, Omaha here, we're going to have another fish swap eventually. I missed the spring fish swap because we were over at Aquaticon at the time. But definitely won't complain there. Aquaticon was an awesome event. They're only going to get better as years go on there, I'm sure. I think there was also a swap towards the eastern side of the state, like in Davenport, Iowa, which literally, when I say the other side of the state, I mean it's on the complete other side of the state there. I mean, Davenport, I want to say, is like about a 4.5 hour drive, so not terrible. 4.5, 5 hours, either way, not terrible. But either way, when it's just for one day, unlike, you know what, like what we did for Aquaticon. I mean, Aquaticon itself was a one-day event, but we also did stuff on the night before with some of the Fish Tube friends. We also did some, you know, we went out to eat. We also went to some fish stores, all sorts of stuff. But no, as long as we do stuff like that, then yeah, I have no problem. But when it's Davenport and all that, it's just kind of, you know, it's hard to talk myself sometimes into, like, I like fish swaps, don't get me wrong, but do I really? It's like, boy, once you do about 4.5, 5 hours, especially given the way gas prices are right now, you kind of sit here and be like, man, oh man, oh man. Like, do I really want to go to a fish swap after, you know, driving 4.5, 5 hours? That's probably going to make me fill my tank not once, but twice. Who knows? Maybe based on what we all do, maybe even 3 times. But Fortunately, I mean, gas prices at least around here are still going down. They're still incredibly high, but that's another subject. But eventually, yeah, before this year is over, I do want to head over there to Davenport and check out the Eastern Iowa fish swap. I can't think of the exact group name over there. I think it's like Eastern Iowa. It's either Eastern Iowa Aquatic Association or Aquarium Association. I think it's one of those two. Either way, I would love to get over there and check this out. And of course, if we do, definitely make a video so you guys can see what we see. Or at least most of what we see. Crazy Aquarium Guy, you should go to LRB Aquatics. That name sounds familiar, actually. I think I've actually seen a couple of their work. But either way, you should go to that YouTube channel and watch, as he has some of Gary Lang's rainbows and gets a Fishroom tour of Gary Lang's rainbows. I'll have to do that, Zach. That sounds, I mean, yeah. Hey, rainbows are awesome. My wife and I both love rainbows. They're, I always call rainbows like the luxury tetra because, well, they are classified as a semi-aggressive fish. They're still a pretty easy fish to put in communities and such, whether it's angelfish or, you know, other, like gouramis or other rainbows or Denisoni barbs as we got in here. I mean, there's a lot of fish you can put rainbows with, as long as, you know, it's not a monster fish that can still fit them in their mouth. That's really the only exception, or at least so far in my experience with rainbows. They're a beautiful fish that adds a whole bunch of just a whole bunch of color, a whole bunch of activity. I love rainbows, so yeah, I'll have to check that out. Woo, Zen, really? Gonna get hate for it, but I think rainbows are shaped funny and don't really like them. But, I mean, hey, you know, it's all good. I mean, everybody has their own tastes, you know? Everybody has their own preferences, their own tastes. Some people are like, you know what? I like catfish, but some people think that catfish look ugly, to put it to just put it bluntly. Some people just think catfish are one of the ugliest fish out there, and don't get me wrong, there are some catfish out there that look, as I would word it, interesting, to put it gently. But I mean, there's some, I also say that clown knives kind of look a little funny, but at the same time, I also feel like, I mean, I don't know, there's a lot of fish out. I, once upon a time when I was really young, used to have a freshwater stonefish. And I tell you what, I thought this fish had only a face that a mother could love, but I still thought it was a super, super cool fish. I mean, not the fact that it was also venomous, not just toxic like the puffers. I mean, that was one thing that I kind of liked about this freshwater stonefish, was like, you know, you got to be careful in touching it because its spines could actually have venom in them, so, which was kind of cool. Maybe I just like the deadly fish. But we all have our preferences. It's all good, Zen. Let's see here. Christine, I think rainbows are funny shapes. That's why I like them. See me? I like rainbows because they have, like, saltwater fish-like color. And they don't get that big. They're also not all that aggressive. And, yeah, I just feel like they can get along with all sorts of fish that are, you know, also in a semi-aggressive territory. Or honestly, even if the fish are more classified as peaceful or such, and as long as they don't fit in the rainbow's mouth, I feel like rainbows can be paired with so many fish, and I don't know, that's partially why I like them so much. Bunny Viper, I don't think I saw you earlier, Ivy. Good to see you. Zen rainbows are Zen rainbows? Oh wait, you're talking about like Zen ginger. Okay. I thought you were talking like a species there for a minute, like, wait, what's a Zen rainbow? It's like, oh, duh. Going through the chat here. See, if you've ever heard, I'm sure, let's be real, I shouldn't say if you've never heard, because who hasn't heard of KG Tropicals, of course. And Zach, when you say usually people that don't like rainbows have never kept them, you sound like almost John and Lisa there when they say the only people that don't like Oscars are the people that have never kept them. Which here's me putting my footprint on the saying. Anyone that doesn't like puffers has never kept one. Or them. Whatever it be. Going through the chat here. Gotta make sure I'm not forgetting anything here. The problem is, the one thing I don't like about streaming on my phone here is it doesn't show the chat as well like my computer does here. So at some point I'll figure out a way to, maybe make this system a little more efficient. But alas. Jess from Maine's Tails, Fur and Fins. I hope I got that on the right way there. Well, I especially hope I got it. I said it correctly because, I mean, here it is on my screen. If I misread it here, then it's my own fault. But Jess, good to see you here. Another awesome channel here, ladies and gentlemen. Those of you that don't know, Jess does an amazing morning show all the time with various fish tubers. As many times as I watch it, I should remember who's all on there, but I know Jess has had people with like Dee Dee's Fin Den on there before. I want to say Stephen P. and or Lefty's also been on there with you a couple times before. I mean, Jess has had all sorts of people on there, and I guess I don't want to keep trying to guess because I don't want to say the wrong name and then upset somebody. But Vibes Aquatics also saying, what's cracking? All is good here, Vibes. Hope all the same is with you. Got some other folks popping in here. We got 28 people watching, and we got 24 likes. Appreciate every single one of y'all for that so much. It really means a lot. Let's see, and now we're starting to get things. Wonder why I decided to hide that message. Remember to smash the like button, y'all. Appreciate that, Vibes, very much. For some reason, it wanted to hide that comment for some reason. Maybe YouTube doesn't want me to get likes. Whatever. Paul M. also here saying hello. All sorts of awesome people here. I know somebody here earlier. I think I saw Paul or John up here earlier, maybe? It was Paul. Okay, I should have stuck with my first guess. I know Paul wants to really keep a puffer, and I'm pretty sure, Paul, yeah, you've said that a couple times, sir. I will say this. If you're not... if you don't have a room for a lot of big tanks or something, I would definitely recommend you go and check out one of my videos there called 8 Great Puffers for 40 tanks or less. Actually, you know what? While I say it, I'll go ahead and actually find it while we're out of here and scoot that over while I chat here. Hey, Vibes, I appreciate that. Austin, y'all deserve all the likes, plus I greatly appreciate it. I try to entertain. I try to have a good channel here for y'all. Appreciate y'all all so much for all that. Before I actually go grab this link here real quick, Christine Hansen with the donation. With the little fox saying hiya. Appreciate that, Christine, so very much. Thank you so much for the donation there. It means us a whole lot. Donations, never expected, but always very greatly appreciated. Thank you so much for that, Christine. It really means a lot, and hope you're having an awesome day as well. Alright, I'm going to go to on here, grab a link. I also need to get the Metalheads stream link here in a minute, because in about 13 or so minutes, Josh and Jessica on the Metalheads Aquatics will get their Aquatic Monday Mayhem. Well, either way, they'll get their Monday Metal Aquatic Mayhem going here just as soon as we're done here. So if any of y'all are looking to, get another stream once we're done and wrapping it up here, make sure you go on over to the Metalheads stream there later on, which I'll drop the link for just as soon as we are in the final seconds of closing this one off. But I will get the link here for Paul here real quick, because I definitely think if you're looking for a puffer but don't have a big tank, there's still all sorts of options for you. I mean, there's like I literally made a video about like, hey, here are 8 puffers that you can put in a tank that's 40 gallons or smaller. And yeah, it to me is up there. It is. I was like, how long ago did I make it? That thing has nearly been 7-8 months ago already. Man, oh man, oh man. It's been that long since I made that video? Love to get a Fahaka or... And let's mute that. Darn thing. Alright, there we go. Copy! But yeah, Paul, definitely recommend you check this out here, because if you're looking for a tank that maybe, you don't have a big tank, but still want something that, because let's be honest, we don't want to get a fish sometimes if we can't, if we can't give a fish a proper tank, then yeah, it's easy to just say, maybe I shouldn't but, you know, whatever it is. All right, posting that link in right now. I can hear some people right now. This is why Austin needs moderators. This would have been in here about 5 minutes ago. And you are right. But, alas, I can still get it too. 25 people watching, 27 thumbs up. Appreciate that, guys. Those of you that are looking for a puffer that maybe could fit in a smaller tank, there's my link to my video about going over 8 puffers that can fit in a tank of 40 gallons or smaller. I know some people are like, you know, hey, what about this one or that one? I mean, I will say some puffers I didn't put on there, like, say, green spotted puffers or something. I would definitely say, you know, hey. You know, at the same time, you know, hey, if we, I see you, Matt, but, you know, this is also why, you know, green spotted puffers, I know some people are like, what about them in a 40? Which you could, but I also, green spotted puffers are also one that can grow up to, you know, 6 inches or so, so I guess you could put, you know, green spotted puffers in a 40 breeder. I would definitely recommend a 40 breeder over a 55 anyway. But, I don't know, a 40 breeder, just to my perspective, still seems just a little tight for, you know, those puffers. And really, if you want to get a group of them, I feel like you have to have, you know, at least 4 to 5 of them. And I think 4 to 5 fish that can grow 6 inches or better in a 40-gallon breeder, again, would just be a little tight. And yes, as Zach here just says, he also has a video going all about the most common puffers and their behavior and, you know, how they begin and such. So, and I highly recommend you check that out there because I want to say, it's been a hot minute, Zach, but I think I remember watching a video of that here before because, yeah, that does sound very familiar. So, yeah, if you want to, make sure to definitely go check out Crazy Aquarium Guys channel and check that out there. Ashlight Cloud with the 149 super sticker. Cute little black cat on there. Meow. Appreciate that very much there, Ash, with the nice little black cat there. Appreciate that very, very much, Ash. As I always say, a lot of people say it, you know, donations, never expected, but always very, very greatly appreciated. You know, they make life a little bit easier. It's nice to get a little extra dollar here and there to, you know, help feed the fish, keep the lights on, and, you know, pay for the power that keeps all these tanks running. Let's see here, going through here. Yeah, Matt. What did I tell you? Everyone like, yep, this is why Austin needs moderators. I know. You're not wrong. To be fair, Matt is not wrong. Someday, yes, but I say, someday, yes, but when is that day? Like I say, it's other things on my mind at some point. We'll get to it. Going through the chat. Going through the chat. Yes. Yes, YouTube, I can't remember exactly what the percentage is, but YouTube does, I think, take a little bit of the, YouTube does take a solid portion of the donations out. I can't remember exactly what the percentage is. I'd have to look it up. I mean, at least me, I don't know if other people did this, but when I first got monetized or whatever, I was sharing all this, not sharing, but rather saving all some of the terms and conditions that went into like the details of like, you know, how we earned money or how I would earn money and, you know, about the portions of what YouTube would receive versus me receiving, just so I could kind of, you know, check back for it. But, you know, it's one of those, I guess YouTube's got to make their money in some shape, way, or form. But, alas. Zach, that sounded about right. I was going to guess 40%, but 35% might be right, too. I'd have to look it up there. I'm not fully certain to what YouTube takes. It's too much, but not really. I mean, it could be worse. It could be worse. But, yeah, they do take a little bit, but I guess YouTube's got bills to pay, too, so, you know, can't really blame them. Let's see here. We are less than 7 minutes away from the Metalhead stream, so I'm going to go ahead and also grab their link here as we get into the final bits and pieces of our stream here. Peplin Creek Aquatics, don't think I saw you, or at least I don't think I said hi to you earlier. Hope you're doing well, Peplin. Do. There's the metalheads grabbing their stream link right now. And before we are done, we'll drop a like. There we go. I say definitely recommend, if none of you ever, if you haven't ever watched the metalheads here yet, highly recommend that you do. They start immediately when we're done here with the Monday Musing streams all the time. They go at 6 p.m. Central Time or 5 p.m. Eastern Time, wherever you live here. But yeah, it's a nice stream there. Josh and Jessica got some awesome stuff over there too, and highly recommend you go check them out there too once we wrap it all up here. There we go. We'll not gonna post that just yet, but we'll post that here shortly. Let's see, we got about 6 minutes here or something. Ash, do I have a more direct way to donate? Not currently. I have actually thought about a Patreon though. But honestly, well, I guess tell me what y'all think here in the chat. Obviously, one thing that I haven't done that's a big moneymaker for I know a lot of others. I know Stephen P, Chattanooga Ed, or Fishroom Fever, or really a lot of people do that I have not set up myself yet here, is memberships. I'm going to be open and honest here. A big reason why I haven't set up memberships here yet is because honestly, I just don't know what I'd give to you guys, the viewer, in return on a really any bit consistent base. As I like live streams, but I don't think I really want to do more than one a week here. Because I mean, I do like connecting with all of y'all, and I definitely want to give a little outlet here to where, you know, if you guys want to see something specific on my channel, then, you know, hey, maybe on these live streams you can do that, or you can just sit and hear me yak away. But just so you know, yeah, I was wondering how I get some of these spam callers, Matt, and I was wondering if that vibration was overpowering my voice at all. But good to know. If I ever see those again, Matt, I'll be sure to hit decline right away. You know, better yet, next time I'm just gonna hit Do Not Disturb. I don't know why I didn't think about that sooner. Oh well, you live and learn. But yes, I would definitely say that I would like to do some memberships at some point, but I have thought about some perks, but it'd only be a one-time perk. Like, I don't know. I mean, I can tell you now, if we do memberships, the level will be like in puffer names. So like, I don't know. This is just a random, like, this is not a exact scale model of what I've been thinking, but for an example, like for $1 or $2, we could call it the P Puffer tier, and then, you know, hey, maybe I'll you know, just, it's a little thank you, and, you know, maybe give you a little note on some, just saying, hey, thank you for the, you know, the support and such, and such like that. But I'll get to your question there in just a minute there, Zach. But otherwise, you know, maybe $5 or so, then maybe I send a sticker or something, or if we do, well, once we get to more of the mid-range, then I start sending you stuff as a little one-time thank you gift or whatever. But see, that's the thing. A one-time thank you gift, on at least in my idea or my perspective, would be cool and all, but, you know, maybe after a couple months or a few months, then that gratification might, you know, wear off a little bit. So if you guys have some ideas, or, you know what, I might just do a poll on this in my community tab here soon, and just say, you know, if I did memberships, what are some perks you guys would like to have? You know, maybe just some quick little 3-4 minute clips of going around here in the fish room, or maybe, you know, once a week I do a little feeding video and y'all tell me what fish you want me to feed or whatever, or I just pick one at random. I mean, I'm sure we could come up with ideas, but yeah, I'm just trying to think of something that if I do memberships, what can I do, you know, to also make it worth your while to, you know, to send me extra money, because as great as it is, I would love to say, you know, it's, yeah, I just want to make them worth the while, not just for me, but for you as well, long term. Long story, much, much shorter. Going through here, fixing that. Ash, yes, I do have an Instagram. Admittedly, I haven't done all that well on working with it, but I do have an Instagram. I should probably make it more of a point and an emphasis to put those in the description. But yes, I'll put that in there. Let's see here. Looking through the chat, making sure. Yes, as Matt says there, hopefully you caught most of that. I tried to repeat a little bit of it because I'm not sure how much of the phone vibration canceled that out. But at some point, yes. Next time I'll try to put my phone on Do Not Disturb, and hopefully that'll eliminate that problem. Trying to find your question again, Zach, because I know you asked me one about the Cross River. There it is. What did I pay for the Cross River and the Maboo? Just curious, as you live in Sweden. Okay. Normally I don't like telling a whole lot about what I pay for my fish, but I guess I'll say this. I won't tell you exactly what I paid for my Cross River, but I will say it was over $1,000. And it was, I mean, Cross Rivers are not cheap. They are not cheap at all there, and Matt has a good point there. I'll visit that here in a minute, but yeah, Cross River puffers are not cheap. They're like $1,000. And honestly, if you find a Cross River puffer that's like less than, like any less than $600-700 US, then I'd be a little suspicious personally. As for the Maboo puffer, funny story, honestly, I don't want to say too much here because I don't want to potentially get a store in trouble, but honestly, for my Maboo puffer, I didn't pay anything. Real talk, my Maboo puffer was free. I guess I shouldn't say free. So one of the stores I did a video on said, hey, we know you're a puffer guy, would you like a Maboo puffer? And at first I was kind of on the fence about like, I don't know, because I know how big these get, and I know it takes a little while for them to get there, but once they got there, I'm not fully sure what I would do. I have a little more of a plan now, but at that point, I was like, I'm just not so sure. I know how big this fish gets, but I'm not really sure if I want to, take that in if I don't have a long-term plan in place. But they said, well, to be honest with you, since you did a video on there, and we had, a bunch of people come in and say that, hey, we found your store based off this guy's YouTube video, and they would show off my video. They said as a thank you gift, they just were going to hand me over the Maboo puffer. So, yeah, that's how that happened. My Maboo puffer was actually free. Alright. Light Cloud while I'm bedridden. Okay, yeah, I'll have to, once I get this, I'll post another link to that puffer video here before I totally cut off the stream here later, Ash. But yes, oh man, it's 1 after 6 already. We gotta wrap this baby up here soon. But yeah, the Cross River puffer was a little over $1,000, but the price tag on the actual Maboo puffer, or at least the store that had them, based on the size of the one that I bought, and this one was about 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches. It wasn't quite 2 inches. It was more around the 1.5 inch range, but it was about $250. But yeah, it kind of depends also on the size of the puffer, because I mean, a bigger puffer is gonna have a bigger price tag, rightfully so. But that's just, I don't know. That's how it is with pretty much all of them. I mean, Fahakas when they're young. I mean, when I got Finley, she was only about 1 inch at best. I was about to say 1.5 inches, but it's like, no, she was definitely smaller than that. Finley was literally no bigger than a pea puffer, and I still paid about, I want to say 40 for her, which I know some people say, sounds like you kind of overpaid a little bit, and I did, maybe a little bit, but the reason why I'm alright with overpaying at a couple of these stores is because a couple of these stores in Omaha, when they get puffers, because of course, a lot of puffers are wild caught. So puffers here, they treat them for the internal parasites and such, so I know if I buy from these certain stores that, sometimes overprice the fish a little bit, I look at it as like, hey, that's me paying for them, deworming and taking care of all those internal parasites, and I will be more than happy to pay a little more extra to, know that I don't have to worry about that because they've already done it for me. But that's me. Anyway, here, I am rambling onward too much. Josh and Jessica are going to go live on their channel here for Metalhead's Aquatic Mayhem here, or more specifically, Monday Mayhem. So I'm going to go ahead and call us a day, guys. Appreciate y'all so much here. I see we got Misfit Reptiles and Aquatics also saying hello. as well as Ray Aquatics. Good to see all y'all here. But Ash, I will also, before going out of this chat, will definitely make sure and drop another link for that puffer video for you. And if you want to see other puffer videos on my channel, be sure to just go through my channel there and skim on through all sorts of puffer videos, and I promise there will be more in the future. So if you like puffers and haven't done so already, folks, consider clicking the subscribe button to stay in the loop with everything I do on my channel. Gonna have more Fishroom updates here shortly. Like I say, probably gonna try to hit at least a couple more swaps, maybe 3 more here before the year is through. And yeah, plenty more updates coming on down here, and so much more to come along. Would love to have you there, but I'm gonna drop the link for the Metalhead stream here. Make sure you go check them out. Thank you all so much for coming here today on this Monday afternoon, evening, whatever time it is for you, and spend a little time here. I will see you all in my next video or stream, whatever it be, next time, folks. As always, Fish Fam, stay fantastic. All right, and one final thing, make sure you go check out the Metalhead stream. Later, guys.